you're in your 20s, you want to avoid years of mistakes like I made when I was in my 20s, I'm about to show you what I would have done differently if I could start all over again. All right, so here's the big thing. You got to learn how to create your financial confidence early on. The best thing to do is start to learn. And don't just learn from any person. I would actually avoid TikTok and Instagram completely. I know I'm on TikTok and Instagram, but I would avoid that. All these influencers out there, especially if they're like 20s and 30s, don't listen to them. Even if they say they've done it in a crazy time. Because a lot of them will say they did it in the stock market, but guess what? The stock market has done crazy stuff for the last 15 years that it's never done in history. Don't expect it to do it again. So don't follow people that just did it one time. Right? I had to do it twice because I screwed up the first time, right? It's got to be something that works again and again. And the way to build that confidence early on is to start to build that information, to build that education. That's why subscribe to this channel, because there's so many things you can learn here that you would not learn anywhere else. And this is from decades of experience, not just a few good years like many people on Instagram and TikTok talk about. Now, a good way to build confidence is also make sure you're finding ways to build more income and be a wise steward of your money. So be sure that when you're building that income, don't just spend it all, right? Start to save and put away. And by the way, when it comes to investing, don't do any of it. While you're educating yourself, just keep educating and keep saving. Now you'll get to a point where you maybe got 20,000 bucks saved up. And I know whenever I have friends or clients in their 20s that say, oh, I've got 10,000, 20,000 bucks, now where I've invested. Don't. Don't invest it at all. Don't do anything yet, because the best investments are bigger. You're gonna wanna get to at least over $100,000 first. Now you might feel impatient, and that's okay, because trust me, it's better to have that $20,000 grow than to lose it all and start from scratch again. It's not fun, trust me, I've done it, it's not fun. So what you wanna do instead is start to focus on building up that cash, right? Keep doing that. And don't just save. I mean, yes, you can save in a bank, but again, focus on keep building that cash flow, building that income, saving more and more. That will do you more good than just trying to make maybe 10% on 20,000 bucks, which only makes you $2,000 a year. You go from 20 to 22,000, doesn't move the needle. But if you make more money in your business or your job, right, or even have a side hustle coming in, you start to really focus on that income to, again, save more, build up more, that's good. So keep doing that. Now, here's a big warning. Do not get caught into like big investing schemes making big returns. This is gonna be the temptation when you're in this phase between 10 and 20,000 to about over $100,000. You will be tempted to want to invest it, gamble it, throw it in the stock market, right? Which, by the way, I traded in the stock market, and I will tell you that is not a good place to be. You can get lucky once or twice, but I'm telling you, that's the worst thing that can ever happen to you is you actually get lucky, because it's exactly that. You get lucky. The next time, you won't be so lucky. You'll end up gambling more, losing more. I made that mistake. Don't do it for yourself as well. Don't gamble in the stock market. I would even put it into mutual funds. Although that is a place you could put it, I wouldn't trust the stock market at all right now here in 2025. I think it's way overbought. I think there's better times coming if you want to put money in the market, but it's not today. Instead, here's what I would do. I would actually look at infinite banking. We talk about this a lot in this channel, using infinite banking instead to save up your money. Because here's what happens. It grows tax-free. You can access that money still, but it grows tax-free at about 6% a year. So yeah, you're not making 10, 12 plus % a year. I get that. But you are able to make more money with that money. So as you start to have that more money in savings, start to move some of that over into your infinite banking policy. This does great because now you're buying insurance when you're young anyways, which you're gonna want later on as you build more wealth. You're gonna wanna protect it and pay taxes, especially after you die, things like that. So building that up is good, but it also allows you to protect your money and it's never gonna lose. That's the good news. It's guaranteed to always make you money, so it's that safe place. Now, on the flip side, don't just do what your parents did either. This does not mean you just go and put your money in a 401k. That's the worst place to put your money. I actually started out with a 401k in my 20s, and when I got out of that job, I immediately cashed it out. Why? Because it's locked in prison. If you want financial freedom before you're 60 or older, because they might change the rules on you as you get older, instead of locking away in a 401k, get it in your cash, get it in your possession. That's why I say get lean, get liquid, get out. Get lean, we already talked about being a wise steward of your money and earning more income, getting your costs under control. Get liquid means having your money available in cash. In banks, savings, could be that infinite banking with life insurance, that kind of thing, get liquid. But then as you start to get over $100,000, then you get the money out. And that's when you invest it in cash flowing investments, things that generate passive income for you right now. This, and not just in anything, again, because I made mistakes trying to be too aggressive with my money or investing in things that were more high risk on the real estate side. Go for things that where people have been doing this for like years, if not decades, right? You want, if you're gonna passively invest, where you're gonna trust other people with your money, do that. Put it with people that have been doing this for decades. They probably have got gray in their hair. They're not gonna be in their 20s. They may not even be in their 30s, right? If they are, they're probably more in their late 30s. And not anything against somebody who's younger, but I'm just saying they haven't had enough experience with different markets to know what to do, and you don't want to be their guinea pig when something goes wrong. You don't want to lose all that money you worked so hard for. So again, we want to make sure you keep it, but then get it to work for you harder. Don't invest 100% of your money into these investments. Just so you know, keep some money on the side. Keep it there for emergencies. Keep it there for just what if. Keep it there for maybe there's an amazing opportunity that you don't want to lose out on. So do that. But wait till you get at least 100,000 savings before you worry about these different alternative investments like we talk about on this Money Ripples channel. Again, great thing, make sure you're subscribing to this because there's a lot of cool investments you can start doing to get that money out. But if you start to build on that 100,000, now you start to see things working because 10% on 100,000 is not 2,000 a year. It's like freaking 10,000 or more a year that starts to build and compound your income to do not just what I did where I was able to retire when I was 28. You might be able to do it sooner, but unlike me where I lost the money and had to do it again by the time I was 39, you might be in a much healthier, better position than I was because remember, you got lean, you got your money liquid, and you got it out investing in things that are more certain investments that are backed by real assets like real estate. Now, if you want to start learning how to start investing, especially if you have over 100,000 in savings already, then your next step is go to moneyripples.com/consulting and let's have a chat. Let's see what you can actually do in your situation to make that passive income work for you today.